It is Saturday, December 8th, 2018, exactly 1 p.m. Quite a few things to talk about today, so I might make 2 videos, one today, one tomorrow, maybe even one Monday, I don't know. But so the first thing I want to talk about is EI, because something has changed with my EI. So a month ago, I believe, I started reporting my YouTube earnings because I got paid from YouTube. And I initially set it up as self-employment and I gave the amount. But when I called in, the guy was like, he talked to some people and he's like, yeah, so it's not self-employment. And my understanding of what he was saying is that because it was work that was done in a previous month or whatever, it wasn't self-employment for whatever reason. I don't know. So I was like, okay, so he's told me to in the future, when I send my EI report to set it as not self-employment, but any monies you've earned that you have not yet told us about. So I did that the second time, and that was because YouTube basically gave me like they usually give it like the 20th of the month, something like that. They send out money, but this time like I just had money on there, so he just gave it to me, and then like 2 weeks later, the 20th came around, and they also sent me the money for the previous one. My forehead is so greasy. Oh my god. So I did that. So I had to call in again. Because when I said it the way he told me to, it still said, there's something wrong with your thing, you need to call in. So I called in, the lady that I spoke to, she's like, she did the same thing, talked to the same people, I'm guessing, and they were like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's fine. She said she released my claim and I should be getting the money. So went about it, whatever, and then yesterday I was supposed to report my EI, but before I did, I was kind of looking through my bank account for whatever reason. I was kind of writing down all my expenses, and I noticed that I didn't get my last EI payment. So I called in and I was like, hey, I didn't get it. And the lady that I spoke to was like, yeah, because there's something wrong with your thing. If, like you specified that you got extra money, but you tell us what it is. And I was like, okay, well, I called in already. She's like, okay, well, I guess that person didn't do what they said they did. So before I even get on with the story, that second person kind of just screwed me over, because none of this would have happened had she just done what she said she did. So basically, and I mean, I agree with what is happening. It's just, it's annoying that it's happening. So, the lady that I spoke to was like, yeah, this is like self-employment, so she redirected me to a specialist, and the specialist was like, okay, so you are working in this, and you are making money, so it is self-employment. She asked me some questions like, how much do you make? Is it under 1,000, between 1,000 and 2,500, stuff like that? I said under 1,000. How much do you work? I said under 15 hours. That was the option. And she asked me a whole bunch of questions, and then she's like, okay, so what I need to do is I need to send your EI profile, whatever, to the ministry for them to re-review. So basically the ministry is now going to look at my EI and decide, do I deserve to get it, essentially. And she said that in that time, it could take up to December 28th, but also I'm not going to get paid, obviously, EI in that time. So let's say they reject my EI application. That's $2,100 I'm out on, out of, I don't know, which sucks, but I have my second career coming in next month, so I guess at the end of this month, so I'm only not getting paid any money for a month, which is, it kind of sucks around Christmas, but I have money to pay my bills this month, which is fine. But yeah, she said it could take December 28th, and then there'll be a thing on your account that tells you whether or not you got approved, which is annoying because basically my options are get rejected and not get EI, not take the $2,100 I would have made, get approved but get approved for less money, which is dumb because I'm not making that much money and I'm making it per month. So hopefully that is not the case. Alternatively, they approved me and they're like, all right, you don't make enough money for us to really do whatever, so just keep sending us your info. So the thing is, though, because YouTube only pays out once a month, had that second person that I talked to done what she said, I would have only had to call in one more time, and that would have been like the end of December, like right before my EI ends, because it ends in like December 24th, I think, on Christmas Eve. And I would have gotten paid from YouTube like December 20th. So when I did that report for that week, I would have only had to do that. And let's say they reject me, I would have only been out $700. So that's what's going on. It kind of sucks. Again, I'm a little stressed. I have enough money. Like I said, I have plenty of money to pay off all this stuff. I'm only not making money until the end of the month where second career will kick in. But it's just like, damn, dude, that sucks. So, whatever. I mean, I understand it. I'm not arguing that I can't believe this is considered self-employment. Like, it is. I agree. It is self-employment. I just don't think it's something that it's like, I don't know, part of me is thinking that my luck, I probably will just get rejected, but part of me is also saying, like, you're not making that much money, you're not spending that much time on it, so you should be fine. So we'll see. Hopefully it's sooner than later. And she said that once they make a decision, I can go back and I can make a claim for, this week, or yes, I was supposed to make a claim yesterday, and then whatever weeks afterwards. So that's nice. So that's what's going on there. In terms of school, so school is kind of funny because my average for my class updated, but the PowerShell course grade wasn't showing. So my average went from 94% to 77. Oh my god! And I figured that I just found out the average, or I found out the other number, and I found out that I had a 60% on my PowerShell course, and I was like, what the hell? Are you serious? I was getting so mad, and I was falling asleep one night, and I was just thinking of all the things I was gonna argue in my point to be like, why did I get such a low grade? But because it wasn't showing because the actual grade wasn't showing, it was just my average that was updated, I was gonna wait, because I was like, maybe there's like a glitch in the system or something buggy, not up to date or whatever. And good thing I did, because I came to class, it was Monday or Tuesday, and Ty was like, by the way, anyone who saw their PowerShell grade, it's not correct. I didn't input all the stuff that I was supposed to. It's gonna get updated. My bad. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then my average got updated to 97%. And I was like, that's kind of high. So I checked it out. Just double check now. And I checked it out. I was like, okay, that means that my PowerShell course was 100%. So it's still not in there. I don't know. I don't understand why. But yeah, so 94 plus 100 divided by 2 is 97. So that means I got 100% in my PowerShell course, which is hilarious, because I was like, I'll do with an 80. I'd like to get a 90, but 100%. That's pretty funny. I mean, I did everything they asked me to, so I'm not surprised, but it's just funny. So yeah, this week we started off. So basically, this week is this week and next week are like the boring parts. Like there was grammar, there's how to be professional, how to write an email, how to submit, how to do an informal report, how to do PowerPoint presentations, stuff like that. That's what the next 2 weeks are, and then two or 3 weeks. What was it, 2? Yeah, it's only 2 or 3 weeks after that is Project Plus. So this week I just started reading ahead, because this week and next week I'm reading from the book from the school, and then after that we're going to the Project Plus book. So this week I was reading through that book and kind of just reading it, obviously, I like to read ahead, but also just doing the exercises, which was awesome, because there were exercises that ended up being awesome for me to have done ahead. So basically the first thing was on Tuesday, at the end of the book, there was like 15 pages of grammar questions, and it was like, complete, or put a semicolon, a dash, or quotes in this to whatever matches, or put a comma where it matches, or correct this sentence as needed, stuff like that. So I handed that in, because so basically at the end of the day, Tuesday is like, this is, Wednesday we're gonna come in, we're gonna do this, and you're gonna hand it at the end of the Wednesday. And I was like, okay, well, I'm done that. So I handed it in Tuesday, and he laughed. He's like, I can't, okay, obviously you have this done. So he laughed. I came in at 3 o'clock on Wednesday, because he said we might start chapter 3, so I was like, I need to know that, because in that chapter we're learning Visio, and I need to do that for another project that I'll talk about second. So I came in, he was still marking on stuff, and there was nothing going on. It was just a work period, so I basically worked on some other stuff that I'll talk to about in a second, and then I left at 4, or like even before 4, so I was there for like an hour, which was funny. And then Thursday, so basically I did all that Monday or Tuesday, and then after I did that, I read ahead, and next thing I saw was next assignment was an informal report, right? 3 to 5 pages on anything. It's either an analytical or informational report. I wrote an analytical informal report on why we should upgrade the computers in that class, because they're slow and awful for virtualization. And yeah, I wrote that multiple days in advance. I was able to reread it multiple times, kind of figure out the structure and any spelling mistakes, and basically what you had to do, in addition to that, you had to have at least one graphic from Windows Word and one graphic from Microsoft Visio. So that Microsoft Word I figured out on Wednesday when I came in for that hour. I did that graphic. I just did, system memory plus hard drive plus CPU equals better virtualization or whatever. And then on Thursday we learned Visio, and I just quickly kind of figured it out. It wasn't that hard. I was kind of figuring out the template that I should use. I made 2 graphics, because they kind of was like the old system and the new system, and put that in, and then ended class Thursday. I was like, all right, so tomorrow is just a work period for this? He's like, yes. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to send this to you now, because I'm done, and I'm not going to come in tomorrow. And he's like, what? And then I also said, and then Monday and Tuesday, we're working on the PowerPoint presentations, and that's going to be presented on Wednesday. He's like, yes. And I was like, okay, well, I'm done that too. And he was like, no. And I was like, I'm not coming in Friday, Monday, or Tuesday. He's like, your grade's going to be affected because your performance or your attendance. I was like, that's 10% of my grade. I am okay with missing 3 days. That's totally fine. So I'm not going to come to class and just do whatever. So, because I'm done. So the PowerPoint presentation was the last thing in that book, and it was basically do a quick 10-minute presentation on any IT subject if you're choosing. I immediately was like, how to build a computer, easy. And I have 10 slides, how to put together a computer. Here's a motherboard, put the CPU here, RAM there, and the RAM, different types, CPU coolers and stuff like that. So shouldn't be too difficult. And yeah, so I had yesterday off. I went some Christmas shopping. Kind of looked for some stuff to get. Got myself some candles. This one's Cherries on Snow. It's very Christmassy, and this yellow one is Sicilian Lemon, which is awesome. The cherry one is so Christmassy, like I said. I was burning that yesterday, which is nice. I'm gonna burn that today as well. I got Matt this skull made of other skulls, and I feel like he has both of these, so I'm not entirely sure if this is a good Christmas present, but I got him this. And then I got him also this Roman Reigns thing. And I also bought him Dr. Mario for NES, because I remember him saying he wanted that. I was looking around for some stuff to buy, so looking, and there's others, I don't know really what they get, but want to get that done and over with. But that was kind of that. And then Monday and Tuesday, I don't know, just had the days off, dude. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. It's nice. I got caught up on my Christmas movies. We'll probably talk about tomorrow, it's kind of long, on music and stuff and podcasts. And yeah, so today's cheat day. I only bought these brownies. So the almonds I've been craving all week, so I'm dig into those. And I don't really need today. I might do Barburrito again. We'll see. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for today. There's a few more things I want to talk about. I might even do a thing on Monday, because the one of the things I want to talk about is kind of important. It's kind of like a change in my life. But yeah, so I'll leave it at that for now, and I will talk to you probably tomorrow. See ya.